What no one tells you about integrity is that sometimes it costs you a promotion, a relationship, your comfort, your reputation. So what do you do when doing the right thing clearly comes with a price tag? When standing for truth means standing alone? Welcome to the Integrity Advantage journey, where we confront the truth that strong character isn't built in easy times, but in hard choices. This is a space for those who faced the cost of doing right and felt the lonely weight of that decision. No cliches, no easy answers, just raw honesty and real strategies for staying true when the price is high. We've talked about integrity as an advantage. We've looked at the case studies, the business wins, the legacy builders. But what about Tuesday afternoon at 3 p.m. when it feels like a disadvantage? When telling the truth could cost you the promotion? When doing the right thing might mean losing the client, the friend, or the momentum? When everyone around you is cutting corners and you're the only one who seems to care? This isn't theory. This is the friction point where character is built or broken. Welcome to the hardest part of the journey. If you're choosing the harder right over the easier wrong, you're not alone. Let's navigate this together. Navigating the costly crossroads. Introduction: reframing cost. Let's be brutally honest from the start. If integrity never required sacrifice, it wouldn't be integrity. It would be convenience. The perceived cost of integrity, a lost deal, a relationship strained, social discomfort, is often a short-term price for a long-term position. Think of it this way. It's the tuition you pay for a degree in self-trust and a reputation that can't be bought. But here's the problem. In the moment, it feels like losing. Your heart races, your palms sweat. Everyone else seems to be getting ahead by taking the easier path. And you're left standing there thinking, am I stupid for doing this? No, you're not stupid. You're being tested. This video is your field manual for those moments. We'll dissect real-world scenarios with a simple, powerful framework. So when you face your own crossroads, you don't stand there paralyzed. You choose with clarity and courage. The Integrity Navigation Framework, the 3 lenses. Before we dive into real scenarios, you need this toolkit. When faced with a moral dilemma, view it through these 3 lenses in order. Lens 1, the principle lens. What is the core non-negotiable value at stake here? Honesty, justice, compassion, fidelity, courage. Strip away all the details, all the rationalizations, all the yeah but scenarios. Identify the bedrock virtue being tested. Lens 2, the stakeholder lens. Who will be impacted by my decision, and what do I owe them? Map the web of responsibility. Yourself, your family, your team, your client or customer, your community, the public trust. This prevents the trap of oversimplifying to just me versus them. Lens 3, the legacy lens. When I look back on this decision in 10 years, what story do I want it to tell about who I am? This lifts you above the immediate pressure and connects you to your long-term narrative. It's not what feels good right now, it's who am I becoming through this choice. These 3 lenses, used in order, will guide you through the fog. Now let's put this framework to work on real scenarios. Interactive scenario breakdowns. As I present each scenario, pause and ask yourself, what would I do? Then let's apply the framework together. Scenario 1, the career costing truth. You're in a crucial meeting preparing the final proposal for your firm's biggest client. Your boss, eager to win, presents optimistic data that you know is misleading. It glosses over a significant long-term risk to the client. Speaking up would publicly undermine your boss and potentially sink the deal. Staying silent means the deal likely goes through, securing your bonus and your team's stability.
The dilemma is truth versus loyalty and security. Framework analysis. Principal lens. The core value at stake here is honesty and responsibility to the client's well-being. Stakeholder lens. Yourself, your integrity and professional ethics are on the line. Your boss, you owe respect but not complicity in misleading action. Your client, they're owed a full, transparent assessment to make an informed decision. Your team, they deserve job stability, but built on ethical foundations, not sand. Legacy lens. Do you want to be the person who won a deal by omission, or the professional who had the courage to ensure success was built on truth? The navigation path. Action. Don't publicly ambush your boss. That's career suicide and cruel. Instead, seek a private moment immediately after. Use a shared goal frame. I'm fully committed to winning this account. Because of that, I'm worried about the long-term relationship if we don't proactively address the X risk. How can we present this in a way that shows our thoroughness and builds even greater trust? Potential cost. Your boss's temporary irritation. You risk your yes person status. Long-term advantage. You become the trusted ethical compass of the team. You prevent a future catastrophic blow-up when that risk materializes. And most importantly, you sleep at night. That last one is worth more than any bonus. Scenario 2. The social and financial hit. Your close friend and business partner suggests you both claim a significant but not entirely legitimate tax deduction. Everyone does it, they say. It's how we stay competitive. Pushing back would create tension in your most important business relationship and leave thousands of dollars on the table. Going along keeps the peace and boosts your cash flow. The dilemma is justice and compliance versus loyalty and financial gain. Framework analysis. Principal lens. The core values here are justice, following the agreed-upon rules of society, and courage. Stakeholder lens. Yourself, your self-respect and legal safety. Your partner, owed honest communication, not collusion and risk. Your community, owed your fair contribution to the system. Legacy lens. Do you want your business legacy to be we succeeded because we were clever at the edges, or we built something solid and untouchable? The navigation path. Action. Frame it around their interests, not just morality. I value our partnership and our success too much to build it on a foundation that makes me nervous. That deduction feels like a risk to our long-term stability. Let's find a smarter, legitimate way to improve our margin. Potential cost. A tense conversation. Being perceived as not a team player. Short-term financial loss. Long-term advantage. You set an ethical tone for the business. You avoid future audits, penalties, and existential legal risk. You attract partners and clients who value solidity over shortcuts. When the IRS comes knocking at your competitor's door, you sleep soundly. Scenario 3. The personal compromise. You're in a tight-knit community group. Church, club, neighborhood association. A popular member spreads a harmful, unfounded rumor about someone else. Confronting them would make you a social pariah and fracture the group. Staying silent allows slander to spread and an innocent person to be hurt. The dilemma: compassion and truth versus harmony and belonging. Framework analysis. Core values at stake: compassion for the victim and truth. Stakeholder lens. The victim, owed protection and dignity. The rumor monger, owed a private, gracious correction, not public shaming. The community, owed health, which requires addressing poison, not ignoring it. Yourself, owed the peace of not being complicit in harm. Legacy lens. Do you want to be remembered as someone who kept the peace at any cost, or as someone who was peace, a healer who had courage to address the disease? The navigation path. Action. Privately, calmly approach the rumor monger. Use I statements and assume ignorance, not malice. I wanted to talk to you about something I'm concerned about. I heard you mention X about person. My experience with them has been completely different, and I'm worried this could really hurt them. Maybe we could get the facts straight together. Potential cost, social capital, temporary alienation from the popular person, potential awkwardness at the next gathering. Long-term advantage. You become a pillar of trustworthy character. You protect the vulnerable, and everyone sees it. You raise the ethical standard of the entire group. And here's the beautiful part. The people who matter, they'll respect you more. The psychological toolkit for the costly moment. Framework is great, but when your heart is racing and the cost feels real, you need immediate techniques. Technique 1, the 10-10-10 rule. Ask yourself, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years? This shrinks the immediate perceived cost and amplifies the long-term consequence. Technique 2, the pre-mortem. Imagine the worst-case scenario of choosing integrity. Now imagine the worst-case scenario of compromising. Which can you recover from? Which would be a permanent stain on your soul? Usually, the answer becomes clear. Technique 3, find your anchoring phrase. Have a mantra ready, something that recenters you in your core identity. My peace is worth more. I build to last. I answer to God, not to fear. This too shall pass, but my character is permanent. Find yours, memorize it, use it when the pressure mounts. When the cost is catastrophic, the limits and grace. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Sometimes the cost is truly existential. Losing the job that feeds your family, severing a relationship that's holding everything together. Integrity isn't about being a martyr to an abstract ideal, it's about wisdom. Question 1, is there a third way? Get creative. Is there an option that honors the principle and mitigates the catastrophic cost? Often there is a narrow, difficult, but creative path you haven't considered. Question 2, the gradualist approach. Can you plant a seed today that grows into change tomorrow rather than an ultimatum that forces an immediate, devastating choice? Sometimes wisdom means strategic patience. Question 3, give yourself grace. In a true survival scenario, you may choose to live to fight another day. The key is to name the compromise for what it is. Don't rationalize it as right. Don't lie to yourself. Acknowledge, I am choosing security over principle in this moment, and I will rectify this when I am able. This preserves your self-awareness and prevents the slippery slope. You're not abandoning integrity, you're postponing a battle you can't win today while preserving yourself to win the war tomorrow. Conclusion, the economics of the soul. The math of integrity is counterintuitive. The world says, pay the small price of your conscience for the large reward of success. The journey of integrity says, pay the often large upfront price of principle and you will receive the compounding, irreplaceable dividends of self-respect, deep trust, and a legacy that needs no defense. The cost of integrity is a fee, one-time payment, clear transaction. The cost of compromise is a debt with compounding interest that will eventually foreclose on your peace, your reputation, and your story. You will face these crossroads, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, definitely sometime soon. But with this framework, you won't face them unarmed. You will choose, not out of fear, but from the deep, settled knowledge of who you are and what you are building. A life of wholeness, where you are the same person in the dark as you are in the light. That is integrity that costs you in the moment, but makes you wealthy in the ways that matter forever. So, what will you choose when the price is real? The fear might not go away, but now you have a map through it. This week's integrity workout. Step 1. Personal audit. Think of one small cost you've been avoiding, a truth you need to speak, a commitment you need to keep, a boundary you need to set. Use the framework and do it this week. Step 2. Subscribe for the series finale. Next week, we put it all together in the integrity-driven life, your daily system. We'll build a practical, sustainable routine to make integrity your default, not just your dilemma. Remember, a moment of cost navigated with courage becomes a permanent deposit in the account of your character. Make the deposit. Walking away from that cost doesn't mean you failed. It means you valued something invisible more than something tangible. You traded a temporary gain for permanent self-respect. That's not a loss. That's an investment in the person you're becoming. If you're navigating a costly choice right now, tell us in the comments. You don't have to walk this alone. Subscribe so we can walk the next step together. The daily, practical drills to build the strength for these moments.